The poorest and most vulnerable in Greece are trying to make their voices heard. These elderly protesters force their way through to the Prime Minister's office, angered by proposals to freeze their pensions. But George Papandreou was already meeting with the Greek president to tell him the cabinet had agreed a package of tax rises and pay cuts.
I informed the president of the difficult decisions that we took, decisions that were not made by choice but were necessary to take. Necessary for the survival of the country and the economy, so the country can escape from the speculators, the turmoil and the mistruths. So we can breathe and carry on this fight that I and the government are fighting along with the Greek people for a more just society, for the big changes that will bring development, jobs and prospects for the country.
Even as the government is making its austerity announcement, these left-wing unions are marching through the centre of Athens. Of course, in the weeks ahead, we can expect many more such strikes and demonstrations. But the issue is whether the government will be able to retain the support of the broad majority of the Greek population.
I think that the unions and the left-wing opposition are finally becoming marginalized after decades of obstructing reform in the economy. I think that there's no money to be given for anything that they might request in terms of raises or social safety nets. So everyone knows that they can't go that way, and I think those protests will not be supported.
But at the Prime Minister's office, the pensioners appeared defiant. They say they didn't cause this crisis, so why should they pay for it? The government has to convince these people and others that the cuts are fair and that the heavy burden to come will be shared by all parts of Greek society. Barnaby Phillips, Al Jazeera, Athens.